What's up, gamers? If you didn't know who I am, my name is TigerChainsaw. I've been a YouTuber for the past 4 years discussing retro video games, sharing my thoughts and opinions and retrospectives on tons of different games from the 80s all the way to present day. But recently I've got some exciting news. I have started a video game studio. I did this last year, but I wanted to make this video to tell all of you what the future holds for this channel and what the future holds for me as an individual and how you can continue to support or watch my videos. So without further ado, let's just get into this. Okay, so first let's talk about this channel. If you are concerned that this is going to be a PR channel for my new studio, TigerChainsaw Studios, you are wrong. Don't worry, I'm not gonna turn this into a channel where all I do is discuss my projects with my video game studio. I'm not gonna be doing that. This is going to be the only video on this channel that is gonna be discussing TigerChainsaw Studios. But I wanted to make this just so, you know, if anyone does wanna support me in my other avenues of video games, you can do so. I feel like I would be doing a disservice not to make a video and share with all of you guys about what I've been up to the past year. So moving forward, if you haven't noticed, I have taken a little bit of a break from posting video game videos on this channel. It's been a little over 2 months, and the last video that I released was my ultimate Sega Master System retrospective that I did with My Life in Gaming. It's probably my best work. I'm extremely proud of it. If you haven't watched that, go watch it. I'm so proud of the intro, so just go watch the first 5 minutes and you tell me if you want to keep watching that video, because I feel like it's extremely well done. And if you've ever wanted to know anything about the Master System, that video is for you. But moving forward, I'm not going to be doing game reviews or game retrospectives on this channel. I think what I'm going to be doing is more discussion pieces and nostalgic pieces of my opinions and my memories of brands, companies, maybe some game series. And I also want to put a little bit of a focus on modern game news. There's a lot of news out there. Some of it's good, some of it's bad. And I just feel like maybe you guys can hear my thoughts and we can have a discussion about what's going on in this game industry. And so that's gonna be the future of this channel. So let's go ahead and talk about my video game studio, which is titled TigerChainsaw Studios. I know, very clever, but I opened it up last year, October 2024, and it was always a dream of mine to create a video game. And I say it was a dream because I never thought that it would be reality. But the more I thought about it, the more I know I'm not that young anymore, and if I'm gonna do something, I need to do it now. And so I jumped headfirst into creating video games. And that meant surrounding myself by people that know what they're doing. And so I hired 4 people. They are all awesome at what they do. I got myself a developer who has really shown me the ropes of the industry. He's got a lot of experience, and we work so well together. He's been so great for me to bounce ideas off of, for him to teach me how development works. I've learned so many things about what goes into creating a video game from a development standpoint. And it's been exciting, it's been refreshing, and I have a new appreciation for how video games are made, especially when I play them. I also hired a pixel artist. His work has always blown me away. He doesn't need much direction. I kind of tell him what I'm thinking and he'll come back, and I'm always blown away by what he is capable of doing. It's been so fun working with him. And then another person that I've been working with is my musical composer. And if you guys have seen any trailers for my game, Maiden of the Dark, the first thing that everyone says is how incredible the music is. And I'm so proud of it because essentially it's been no touch on my end. I tell him how the player should feel, and I'll give him a song that has inspired me for that portion of the game. And he comes back. I have never requested a change because whatever he does it so well. And everyone has really complimented the soundtrack of Maiden of the Dark. So the four of us, along with a few other outside sources, has helped put together our first game. And that game is Maiden of the Dark. This is an action platformer set to be released on the Game Boy. And something else that's really important for me to get across to everyone is that my indie development studio is for retro gamers. It's for physical collectors and gamers that love that feeling of an old school video game. So what I mean by that is that all of the games that comes released from TigerChainsaw Studios, they're gonna be physically. You can open up a cart, you can take out the cartridge, you can put it in your console and you can fire it up. To me, there was always that nostalgic feeling as a kid of doing that, and I wanted to kind of recreate that for gamers that feel like modern games have kind of left that behind with the push toward digital only. And that bums me out. You know, obviously I'm a big physical collector, and so for people that want to continue to play their old hardware, I'm gonna be releasing new games for that you can play physically. That was a really big pushing point for my company that I really wanted to put as the focus. And so let's get back to Maiden of the Dark. Maiden of the Dark is an action platformer. And when I think about the inspiration behind it, I would say Return of the Ninja on the Game Boy Color has a big role in it as far as the aesthetics go, as far as the environments. Operation C is a wonderful game on the Game Boy where it's fast paced, there's a lot of action on the screen. I kind of wanted it to function like that in terms of speed. And then another one that maybe a lot of people haven't played is Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. This one was actually a game from my childhood, and it's got some platforming elements to it as well as exploration. And so all three of those games kind of were behind the inspiration for Maiden of the Dark. So that's what you can expect from this game, but let's go ahead and talk about who you're gonna be playing as and the plot of this game. So you're gonna be playing as the Maiden. She is a spirit who has been summoned by a rural Japanese village, and they are under attack from an evil Japanese warlord. And the Maiden can only function during the night. So you have 10 hours to defeat his army. That means 10 levels, packed full of action. You got 3 boss fights. There's gonna be secrets to find, secret layers, bonus power-ups, all of that really cool stuff in this game. And you know, I'm gonna be showing footage of it right now so you can kind of get an idea of what the gameplay is gonna be like. But this was the first video game that I wanted to create because here's the thing. I would love for this to be a big success so I can keep creating video games. And I want to make my big mistakes with my smallest projects because there are a lot of other video game projects that I want to make. And I feel like if I made a game on the Game Boy, I could afford to make some mistakes. Whereas if I made a game on a different console that is powered up a little bit more than the Game Boy, I wouldn't want to be making those same mistakes. So I wanted to get my feet wet, jump into the game industry and create a video game. And so that's what I've been busy doing over this past year. And I'm so thankful for all of the support from the gaming community. I've shown this to some friends, and I say friends, but they're honest friends. They're not just gonna be yes men. They're like, this is the greatest game ever. No, they're gonna give me real feedback. They're gonna tell me what could be improved upon. But overall, the positivity has been overwhelming, and truly I appreciate everyone saying that they're gonna support this, everyone that loves this idea of physical video games being released for older consoles. And I know it's nothing new, but I'm really trying to put a focus on that. Even with my marketing, I've really tried to invoke that nostalgic feeling that we all had from the 80s and the 90s, and even the early 2000s. For me, I picked out the games that I wanted to play next, or the games that I put on my wish list by looking at gaming magazines. And so much of my marketing is geared toward that. I have a ton of magazine ads that I personally made to invoke that feeling of nostalgia. And so I'm gonna be having a couple of them on screen right now. This is just a little preview of what you can kind of get from my marketing. But the marketing back then, it was edgy, it was funny, and it was a little bit sexy. And I'm gonna be trying to bring that back with all of my games. And so I guess this is just my long-winded video of me saying, hey, I haven't gone anywhere. I've been very busy making a video game, and this channel is not going to become a PR mouthpiece for my game. I do have a YouTube channel just dedicated to the work that I do on video games. It's just called TigerChainsaw Studios. It's going to be simple trailers, updates on upcoming releases. That's going to be in the description below. So if you want to check that out, go ahead. But then I'm also going to be continuing to make content for this channel. As I said, more opinion pieces, more thoughts on modern news, that type of stuff. And so I'm not going to be going anywhere. I might not be cranking out a video every single week like I used to be, but I just wanted to say I'm still here. I'm trying to live out my dream, and it's been so exciting this past year. So if you guys want to support my project, it is going to be in the description below. There's a Kickstarter. The best thing that you can do is to follow it right now. It's going to go live, I would say, within a week of this video being released. So hit that follow button on the Kickstarter because it just generates more excitement for me. And, you know, if you buy the game or not, just thanks for watching this video. And thanks for being a supporter of mine over the past 4 years. And I'm really, really excited about the future of what I'm doing. And I'm so thankful for the positivity and the support from all of you. So if a Game Boy game that's an action platformer with a really cool story, some really fun boss fights sounds good to you, go ahead and help support the Kickstarter when the time comes, because I'd appreciate that, because I would love for this to be a success so I can keep creating more video games. That's really it, guys. If you have any questions, write them in the comments below. If you know someone that would like a Game Boy game that's upcoming, physical, send this video their way, or go check out the TigerChainsaw Studios channel for some more official updates. But other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and say what I always say. Happy gaming, and make sure you play a video game today. And maybe in the future, you'll be playing Maiden of the Dark on your Game Boy and other modern handhelds that support Game Boy games. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.